it on and then validate.
So did that? Can out in internet land they can hear that music?
They can hear that music.
Can they hear me talking?
They can hear both of us.
So it ain't actually like run through the mastermind there.
No, we're going. I think a cat has slept on my coat, my jacket.
Meow, meow. That's what cats sound like. Excuse me. I ain't done my vocal warm up here yet.
Well, you want me to lead you through a vocal warm up?
Yeah, sure. Hey, you do yours and I'll do.
We're gonna do a little. I will have a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Please.
I will have a Rainier beer. That's not rainier. That's near here, and it's beer.
I would like a gallon of gallantry.
I would take 1/4 of a quart of whatever you're courting. You're going to court it, and it's going to be for you, and I only want half a half.
Let's see.
Hey, we're getting a little feedback there on the echo.
I can't pre-mute the Facebook stream.
Mute. You don't. Well, you can't promote it. That's for sure.
Pre-mute.
Zing! I zinged you, Ed. Rhododendron.
Roger the rhododendron. Rogered the robber.
Rowdy Piper's Rolex is real nice. Susie says shalom. Susie says her shells shall shed. Lindsay's larynx is loud. Loud. All right.
Oh, I need to go hit the chat.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt has nice teeth. Excuse me, nice teeth. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Hello, Dee Dee. Would you like to join us in a vocal warm-up? Of course you would. Repeat after me. Tick-tock.
Tick-tock.
Dick-dock.
Dick-dock.
Frick-frock.
Frick-frock.
Sick-sock.
Sick-sock.
There's your vocal warm-up.
All sick socks smell like sewage. I
don't know how that transitions from that to the actual...
Beach Boys, bear, bikinis, beach balls, and bum. I forgot how that one finishes. It's good though. It's clearing me out.
Good grief. Are you choking, sir? What time we got?
Charles chokes on Chesterfield cigarettes. Charles chokes.
Charles.
Charles.
Charles. La, la,
Oh my, where has he
la.
found that one?
Why is this not doing its thing?
This little beauty.
I'm going to
He spotted it.
reload. You can see the chat fine.
DD Marie is now hosting you. Woohoo.
Yep.
Shedbot. Who's Shedbot again?
Shedbot
is that what the shed turns into when I eat too many mushrooms?
Technically, Shedbot is a mixer account. It just does some things under the hood.
You lost me.
Something has gone south here on...
That face turkey?
No, face turkey's fine.
Maybe you need more tabs open, Ed.
Let's see, that's fine.
Is that a thing that people like, that people that are not as wired into the technological revolution like I might not be, are they always telling people they have too many tabs open? Because I saw a bit about that somewhere. And oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
Is it okay to have
you
a
see
million
what
tabs
you see what I'm looking at here, right?
Nothing.
All right, hang on.
It's spinning. What's that supposed to be? What's it supposed to look
It's supposed
like?
to be exactly what that looks like.
Well, why don't you just look at this one?
So that goes through.
How many of these?
I was
ones
just
do we
checking
need
to see if
look
this
at?
one actually still had a...
Well, we're right down to the 0 hour here, Ed. My significantly frosted Withings Steel HR.
Ooh. Oh, I see. There it goes.
Condense.
So you're going to see that one 3 times because it went...
Sweet. Oh, man, I
Push
can't
that
wait
one
for
out.
number... Wait, I already see it 3 times.
But I don't know why I can't... What in the hell is going on here?
What in the hell?
That wasn't me fading. We got another song coming up.
Ooh, I like the volume on that one. I like the pace. I like the maracas. Liking what you're doing right now. That was a good dance, Ed.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, what are we on TV now? Hold on.
Hang on. Let me do the fade. Howdy, folks. Big Ed Barnum here from Big Ed Barnum's Bubble Barn and Garden.
Cole Screaming Eagle Wilson here from Cole Screaming Eagle Wilson's newest flamenco music extravaganza called El Cole Flamenco. That's a working title, you understand. But we're gonna have some guitar playing, picking, you know what I mean, like Django Reinhardt style, like fast, right? We're gonna have some dancing and spinning, some maracas like you heard right there, and probably a lot of booze. Location TBD, funding TBD, everything but the music and the working title TBD. So look out for that one.
I feel like this hat's not doing it for me. I don't know.
What hat is it?
It's my Truck Rodeo 1987 Yakima, Washington. It's where guys...
That's the best truck road.
It's where guys take dump trucks and take them through an obstacle course. Howdy, Adjective Beaver. How are you?
Hey, there's that guy, and Dee Dee Marie's here, and Test 2 is here.
Why is my head cut off?
I don't know.
I think
you get taller.
This is the same frame we always do.
You want me to fix it?
Yeah, just you go ahead and fix it. All right, time out, folks. Time out. Time
Let's
out.
start over here.
We're not going to start over. We're just going to make a small
I
adjustment.
don't know. Looks pretty good.
It's just, you see how my head's hitting the top of the frame? All
I
right.
think when you put
There
the
we
hat
go.
back on, you didn't put it down.
Well, I mean, I don't want to...
Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's fixed now. Look at that. Hey,
hey,
here
folks.
we are again.
Hey, folks, Big Ed Barnum here from Big Ed Barnum.
Time
Bubble
in.
Barn Garden. I'm just going to... I'm a little incognito tonight.
Oh, we got a new message over here. Hold on.
Head is cut off because the hat is too tall. The hat is too tall. Hi, Adjective. Hi, Dee Dee. Oh, that's right.
Knock down. Hey, Dee Dee from Yakima.
Yeah, that's as much as we can say, though, because we don't want folks knocking on your door saying, are you Dee Dee Marie?
I can say that she's from that part of Yakima that's west of the east part, and has the multiple streets in it, you know, and there's tree there too.
In Yakima?
Have I said too much in Yakima?
Is it?
No, adjacent to where
so
she's
Dee Dee,
living at.
you need to help me out. I've lived in Oregon just long enough that I've heard it Yakima and Yakima.
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 Some people say Yakima.
Yeah, I don't know which is which. Is it a ma or is it a ma? Or is it something else?
M-A or M-U?
Hi, Randy
You decide.
Knickers. ISIS. ISIS is going to come knocking on the door.
What?
I said on Dee Dee's door.
The metal band?
Yeah.
Panopticon and Oceanic. That's a good band. They got the what do you call it? The Cookie Monster singer. Unfortunate name.
Took a turn. I didn't know it was going to go there.
Bring up some ISIS. YouTube will censor you for playing it.
All right. No, I don't need to do that. Anyway, it's Thursday night. I don't think Cole and I have been together on a Thursday night in 3 weeks.
Oh, what have you been doing, Ed?
Well, I skipped
Been
out
streaming
last
without
week.
me?
2 weeks ago, I talked about jock itch, and I
Oh,
showed
boy, am I
people
sorry I
my
missed
workout mace. I didn't show that to you. I got a workout mace over there.
Really?
Yep. You know, for my medieval,
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm doing my intermittent fasting and I want to pretend like I'm a medieval monk.
So that's a mace The one with the chain is a Morning Star?
I don't know if the Morning Star. Well, the
Morning
flail.
Star's got the. Oh, that's a flail.
The flail
okay.
has the chain. I
Morning
think the Morning
Star's got
Star.
the spikes.
Yeah, I think the Morning Star has a fixed head.
Handle. Got it.
So
So you're saying I missed out on listening to you talk about jock itch? Oh
yep.
man.
And how?
Oh man.
How?
Yeah, y'all record that for me, and can you send me the minutes of that?
And I think, and I didn't put it this way, but I think, with the exception of Canada, I think I've had jock itch in every country I've visited.
All right, well, raise glass to that.
Yep.
All right. All right.
If there's a club for that, I'd like someone to send me my membership application because I'd like to.
You'd like to hang out with those people?
No, I just like to know I'm part of something.
It feels nice to belong, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Have a little identity. You know what I mean?
And tonight's seltzer water is from Rainier.
Rainier.
Tastes really good. I always forget to put the bumper up.
What bumper?
Not the bumper.
The bumper?
The lower third.
It's there, right?
It is now because I
Oh man, everybody's watching this and they're saying, "Hey, oh man, hey, sweetheart, hey, significant other I'm living with here and enjoying entertainment with." Hey, hold on, you let me finish.
All right.
So hey, give me my camera here too.
All right,
this is what they're saying. They're sitting there and they're saying, "Hey, wow, what is this thing that we've stumbled across? These two sublime Renaissance men, genius types. Wow, they're talking, and I just can't get too much of this. But who are they?" You know what I mean? What are their titles? If only there were a lower third to further edify us. Well, guess we're just going to change the channel because as wonderful as this is, it's not official. I'm done.
That was well done.
Yeah, but that was me lambasting you. What
fine.
you think about that, huh?
I'm used to being lambasted.
Yeah.
What's the difference between being basted and being lambasted?
Being lambasted means you'll know because I'll have a heated up greasy lamb shank and I'll just be whacking you with it. And I'll be like, "Hey, how about the lamb basting?" You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I still feel like the hat's the hat feels weak. The hat, does the hat feel weak? Does the hat look weak? Does it look weak? I don't know what I'm doing.
It looks weak when you do this and then make that voice and you're like, "Oh,
does my hat looks weak.
My coins."
What's that from? My coins.
It's that snot-nosed kid that dropped his coins on the sidewalk when I was going for a run.
Okay.
And then he said, "My coins." Only more exaggerated than that.
All right.
Sure, he's a wonderful kid.
I've
told that story about
know.
17 times.
I know.
Want me to tell it again?
I can just never remember where that went from. Hey, are you getting more water?
Uh-huh.
I'd love some refreshing, sparkling water.
Sure. One water.
Oh, hey, thanks. Need to make sure I don't know why I wouldn't be on the 18 plus stream. When I realize when I've had enough, when I've decided I'm done streaming, I'm going to go on Mixer, and I'm probably going to crush up some B12 or something like that, and I'm going to get some whiskey.
You're going to crush up a World War II aircraft?
And no, the supplement. And I'm just going to go on a family friendly stream on Mixer, and I'm just going to have it'll be fake, but I'm just going to have a cocaine, crystal meth, tequila fueled frenzy, and see how long it takes. Actually, I probably shouldn't even be talking about that.
What would Mixer
That's probably a violation of terms.
Would they turn you off
to actually talk about how you're going to sabotage your stream, or at least if somebody.
Hey, Dee Marie said not to derail your the liquid train of thought there, but Dee Marie says it's both Yakima and Yakima. Yakima. Hey, I've heard that one before.
Good Mount
that
Rainier
seems
water.
Wrong.
I've said it, but Dee, I don't know if you've heard me say it, but I think this Mount Rainier sparkling water is like water from a mountain spring, and some honeybees or something.
I don't know about that, but I do know it's the coldest beer. You know what I mean? That's the coldest beer. It doesn't get any colder in Rainier.
We need to. There's somebody on. Somebody joined us 2 weeks ago Hadn't been on in a while.
How come this trackpad keeps turning yellow?
It's just letting you know it's alive.
Anyways, yeah,
It's living.
Christian Ricketts, he's the one. He knows where coldest beer is, you know, and he'll tell you too.
Yep. So, folks, this is our 40th What Have You live stream. We started August of 2017, I think, and we've done 40 of these things.
Did we have a guest on the first one?
We did not have a guest on the first one. It was just you and me hooting and hollering. If I actually had everything patched in, we should just watch. Well, we don't want to watch a whole thing.
No.
We just want to watch. Actually, what we should do is, out of the 65, 70 hours of stuff, I should pay somebody to just
cut it down to the 5.5.
Cut it down to the 5.5 quality minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And
that would take a while because it'd be hard to find.
And then put that 5.5 good minutes behind a paywall and make people spend $14.99 for it.
Is there some kind of computer thinking AI algorithm that will just figure out when only I'm on camera? Because that would narrow it down a lot.
It could probably do it. Or just take the source video off of that camera every time.
Good idea.
Thanks for the host, Goldie. Thanks for joining us, Goldie. You know, actually,
hey, boss.
Goldie and I were chatting back and forth this morning. I'm going to be doing something special on one of her streams. I don't know why I say it like I'm trying to charm somebody with it. I'm going to be doing something special on one of Goldie's streams.
That's creepy.
Is it creepy?
Yeah.
All right.
What are you doing?
Well, I think I'm going to let her announce that. But
yeah, it's still getting worse.
I believe I'm just going to be a charming. I don't know what I'm doing. I believe I will be myself or a character in, let's just say, a televised, streamed Judge Judy type thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So apparently, there's probably 5 minutes of Cole calling me different military ranks, and there's probably an additional 5 minutes of him calling you other just random adjectives, or actually nouns.
Yeah. Where the pants beaver raises a good point. You know, that'd be more than 5 minutes and it'd be good. You know what I mean? People pay for that too.
People would pay for it. I was going to say.
Hey, speaking of paying for stuff, y'all got to start paying for this. You know what I mean? This ain't free. Hey, bring it up. You said you wanted to make a smooth transition.
Dee, if you're asking
people for money.
Dee, if you're asking the question tonight for the special Goldie thing, no, I don't know when that's scheduled. You want me to bring that thing up?
Yeah, well, you told me we had to talk about. I just made a smooth transition, and you just, it was smooth as goose shit slides on the linoleum floor. You know what I mean? Then you just slipped in it, fell in it face first.
You know how?
So we'll just keep going because once it's stinking, it's stinking.
You know how I feel about asking for money, and I don't want any money from the people who are watching. So
yeah, whatever.
I'm
you know how I feel about asking for money.
I'll show this thing for one.
There it is. Hey, well, hold on. Hey,
3. Go ahead.
You all want, there's deals on there. You know what I mean? You help, because this stuff costs, hey, thank you. You're going to put me in the little, there I am. All right. So, hey, this informational, cultural, comedic brilliance that's coming on out here.
This is the one I feel most guilty about.
Yeah, let me get to it.
All right.
All right. Hey, it ain't free. You understand? All right. Nothing in life is free. All this stuff costs Ed a lot of money, okay? And he ain't got too much money. So, you taking me away from my camera now, huh? All right, hey, we can bring him back. Hey, okay, so here's the deal. We ain't going to just take your money, right, like that $1,000 button, which you should be hitting. You understand? You find that $1,000 button, you hit it, $1,000. But Ed's got some packages, right, of gifts and stuff and acknowledgments that he's willing to exchange for a little bit of your money. That finger thing right there, that means money, okay? Now, he's got, what's the first one? $4.99.
$4.99.
That's $499. Now, for $499, that's half $1,000. You can get, that's like half clicking that button, right? What do you get? What do they get for $5? $5? Yeah. This
Well, I think you and Dee Dee both are.
What does Dee Dee have to say?
It cost me $5 a month to have a seat at the table. Dee Dee, you don't need to pay $5 to have a seat at the table. You can have the.
You're charging me $7 a month to sit here.
Hang on now. They don't need to know that. They don't need to know I charge you to be on the stream. I feel like it just got awkward.
What do they get for their whopping $5 a month? Now, understand that's like what? Like 2/3 of a cup of coffee. I don't know how much a cup of coffee costs.
Well, it's a latte without a tip.
Is that? Are you coming on to me?
This is actually why I didn't want to show this.
Well, hey, before we got on here, before we started our vocal warm up, it says, "Hey, today's the day. We got to start charging. I got to tell people that, that we're charging money." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I've been saying that since jump." You know what I mean? And he says, "Hey, I put it all together. Look at all this work I did here."
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, that's great, Ed. $499 sounds like the perfect price." And then he put a decimal in there, like a dummy. But he said, "Yeah, tonight's the night," and now he's balking. Right, he's straight up balking, Ed, with an L. You understand?
Yep. That's what they call me in high school.
Balk.
The balker.
The balker.
All right.
Well, you reneged on that one contract and they called it something else.
We'll do that later. We'll do that some other time. There's no need to go into that.
Hey, check it out though. Just keep it on the top of your mind. Ed's, too embarrassed to talk about it. But if y'all got a little bit of extra chicken scratch floating around in the couch cushions or under that piece of the carpet in the corner that keeps getting pulled up by the cat, and you hey, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to get a moon pie. I'm going to get one really big Slurpee. Hey, you might get some cool stuff from Ed if he ever lets you know what it is. Just saying.
The idea, Neo Fletcher, was
Neo Fletcher? What the hell? Who's that?
For $129, you're going to be some treasures from the vault, things that have been on the show, things that they probably actually will cost you almost that amount if you.
Ed, why don't you just read it to him?
No, it's all right.
I'm going to read it to him. Give me that tab then.
Hang on, I'll give you the tab.
Hey, for Tier 3, the Family Heirloom Circle. Limited.
Get your camera.
5. Well, I can't read it.
There you go. There you go.
No, I can't see that far, Ed. In addition to all Tier 1 and Tier 2 benefits, which is a bunch of super duper stuff, right? Tier 3 subscribers will receive every month an item that Big Ed has acquired / stashed from an estate sale or auction. Items can vary wildly in size, value, mass, and more, but Big Ed is sensible enough not to send you a rusted out tractor, hazardous materials, or dulled fighting knives. He will sharpen them before he sends them to you. He'll send something that you'll really be pleased and proud to own, okay? Now, you're actually going to, for that tier, you're going to get something physically, right, and awesome, you know what I mean, and old as all get out. And you're also going to get all the other special little mentions and interactivity, you know what I mean? Because it's got to be about building community. I learned that in this watch ad I saw on TV, right? Used to be about raising awareness. We raised all the awareness. Now it's got to be about building community. And Ed is going to build community in Tier 1, Tier 2. You get past Tier 1 and Tier 2, hey, you're already in the community. That's priceless, right? But now you're going to get some big honking piece of junk that you can put in your house or out in your yard, or you can put it up on the mantle, or you can make your own art out of it, and people are going to come in there going to say, hey, what on earth is that rusted out piece of junk there? It's beautiful in an odd way, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable. Where'd you get that? Let's have a conversation about it. And you're going to say, hey, you know what? There's this guy, Big Ed Barnum, and his soft-spoken second in crime, Cole Screaming Eagle Wilson, because you know my name. And they got all this junk, and they built this community, right? They heard about it in a watch ad, and I got this thing now, and it's up on this you can put it on a pedestal, you can hang it from the ceiling, doesn't matter. And it's going to be a great conversation piece. I forgot what I was talking about, Ed. Give us some money, you suckers. God, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm at an auction, and I'm auctioning myself, Ed. And I feel like I've been spent, bought, sold, loaded on a trailer, and dumped in a ditch somewhere. Hey, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done. All right.
Ooh-wee, that was a ride.
Yeah.
That was a ride.
That was a good ride.
Anyway,
sign up for the garbage and give them your money.
Ooh. I got to see this watch ad.
It's horrible. It's these two broy dudes, probably 26 years old, with high and tight haircuts, but
Holy
not
shit.
too tight because they got, floppy. And they're like, hey, you always wanted to have that really cool watch, but you couldn't afford it. Watches are too expensive. We built a community around selling watches to dudes like us. It sucks.
I just realized we're 25 minutes in, and
Goddamn ham.
the ham's not spinning, and not a goddamn one of you called it out.
Thanks for nothing.
I am real disappointed.
Where's Amy Adams?
I don't know.
And what's his name?
Roger Adams.
Roger Adams and Amy Adams.
You know, the two of them with Earl Cotton Bailey. They're
owning the ham, but not tonight.
Yeah.
No ham for you. Ham, girl. There's some show where a guy says that.
Really? Ham girl.
He's like, ham, girl.
Ham girl. You got it going on.
I think he holds up a ham, too, or he gives her a hair. He hits her with a ham. I don't remember, but I ain't seen it. Somebody told me about it. Ham, girl.
Is the ham spinning now?
It is.
Wait,
it's spinning.
Your head's in the way.
Maybe that's why they didn't call it out.
Maybe it is.
Tell you what, why don't I just pendulum for the rest of the stream?
This is why people need to give us money.
Yeah.
That's not. Mic check. There we go.
If they gave us money, I could have my own rotisserie, and I could just be spinning the whole time. Then you'd be like, ham, coal. Ham, coal. See? Wouldn't that be fun?
Ham coal.
Coal ham.
Rated R.
Coal ham. Screaming Eagle coal ham.
My hair.
Yeah, hey, let's talk about your
I just
unkempt hair for 10
Will you
or
get me a
15
hat
minutes.
out of the fridge? I'm done with this hat.
You want a cold one or you want a really cold one?
I want a cold hat.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Space shuttle.
Space shuttle. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell
That's what's
yeah.
been wrong with the stream.
Where's my hell yeah hat?
I don't know. I gave it to you, you took it home. You took it home. Here, I'll do this. I'll give this hat a little bit of love. But see how it's weak? See how it's weak on this side here?
That's some tough love, man.
It's not level. Of course, this one's doing the same thing.
Why don't you give me that one and I'll turn it into a real hat? I'll smash it up.
I think this hat is weak too.
I think
my hat is weak.
I think your skull is weak.
Yep.
My skull.
You know, I actually had like a severe cone head when I was born.
No kidding.
No kidding. There's photographic evidence.
How long was it conical?
I have no idea. Probably just an afternoon, because back then in '68 the doctors probably said, "Well, he's got a cone head, but you just keep on doing this." You know, you put the baby in a headlock.
No, he gets his big sterile wooden surgical mallet out and just whack. You know what I mean? That's why your neck is so short.
Feed the baby, burp it, and then while you got it there, just put the baby in a headlock, and then just tap the cone until the baby has a normal flat head. Normal flat head.
I hate those screws.
It's what, yep, hate them too.
Worthless. Slotted.
So, what's going on with you folks tonight? I wish
don't do that.
What?
It ain't their job to create content for
our
show.
All right. I don't give a shit what y'all are doing tonight. Is that
yeah?
Better?
Suck
is
on
that better
that,
or
audience.
worse? Is that better or worse?
Yeah.
That's when a new viewer comes on to the stream, and I'm like, I don't give a shit what y'all are doing tonight, and then they're just like, well, nope.
Yeah.
We haven't been on the stream for 3 weeks together. So tonight we're like, well, what are we going to do tonight?
What have you been up to, Ed?
I actually wrote a big check today for the government.
What on earth for?
Taxes.
Oh,
yeah.
I got to do that. Stupid.
I had received a small inheritance about this time last year, for which the bank didn't do any withholding. So I withheld spending that small inheritance and got the taxes squared away today. And wrote a big check.
How big was it?
Well, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah. My tax strategy for the last, say, 5-10 years has been to fill them out, because I still do it on paper.
Yep.
I go get the forms, print them out if I have to.
Yep.
I go physically get them if I can, though.
Do they have them at the library or the post
No,
office?
they don't even have them at the library or the post office anymore.
You have to print them out?
You have to go to the Bureau of Labor and Industry in the Oregon building.
Wow.
It's the one
They're
with
making
the
you work for
skeletal
it.
rotunda. I don't know. There might be a library that still has them. Doesn't matter. You can print them out offline. But I fill them out in crayon as fast as I can. I do all the math in my head. No calculators. Then I put it in an envelope and I wrap it in tape and I mail it to the IRS. They open it, discover it's wrong, and do it for me.
Ah.
They will do that.
$200 plus $200 equals $200. I'm just going to correct this for them.
Yeah, and then they're like, hey, $400. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taxes filed.
Try, give it a shot. All of you out there, internet land, you say, hey, IRS, hey, here's my best try. And they'll be like, well, what if, hey, they tried.
Thanks for filing.
They tried. Thank you for filing, and we'll fix this for you. Done. H&R Block, eat your heart out. They're going to charge you for that.
Adjective Beaver's basically asking, what color of crayon do you use to fill out your tax forms?
Doesn't matter. Although they really hate green. You know what I mean? You can do it right in green, and they'll just put a new form. They'll just send you a check. They'll say, hey, here's your check, or here's your bill. You obviously you got something wrong with you if you're using green crayons. I guess is what they.
I guess so. All right, well, that's tonight's stream. No, it's, it's hard providing quality entertainment. I stream on another platform, Churchill County's exclusive streaming platform, Churchill.io. And, it's, I stream about 12 hours a day on Churchill.io. This is another one where if somebody's just coming in for the first time, they're like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Yeah, but they're probably typing Churchill.io.
I should register that domain and create a fake website for a streaming platform that does not exist, yet I stream on it 12 hours a day. That's the kind of stuff that I write and used to go execute and pull off. It takes a lot of time. And then I got then I started drawing a paycheck for a real job.
Ed is just he's just having y'all on about his 12 hours of streaming on Churchill.io. But this is the real deal, and we want to hear from y'all, especially if you live anywhere near the Oregon coast, the North Oregon coast. You understand?
You need your camera for this?
Well, yeah, I do. All right, so here on the North Oregon coast, we got Coast Community Radio.
Yep.
Okay, and it's a community radio. I think it's based out of Astoria, but I'm not sure. And they got all kinds of people on there. They got people doing music, and they got some political stuff and local political stuff. You know what I mean? But a lot of music. They got these two guys, these two gentlemen, native Spanish speakers, and they play a lot of ranchero and some other Spanish language music, which good stuff. But they're neither one of them are entirely fluent, and so when you listen to their show, they say, "Hey, we're doing this show so we can learn English a little bit better. So we're going to do as much in English as we can, but we can't do it all." Mm-hmm. And then they get callers who are Spanish speakers and English speakers and multilingual, and it's I don't know, it's fun. The music's good, and you're listening to these two fellas learn how to speak English at the same time. One of them's a little bit more fluent, and he'll help the other one out. It's a good show. Anyway, so they got that. They got this one show where this guy plays like jazz and hard bop, and he's got this intro, and it must be recorded because I don't think he did it live, where he lists every town on the North Oregon coast in alphabetical order, and like not just the coast, like up into the like Elsie and Jewel, like up into the hills too, right? Anyways. Me and Ed are going to have a show on there. Big Ed Marmon, Cole Scream, and Eagle Wilson. We're going to play music. We're going to talk about stuff. Y'all can call in. You know what I mean? But I think we might have to fill out a form. Or, get signatures, right? Yep. So I'm calling y'all out. Anybody who's anywhere in the Northwest, registered voter, over 18 years old, and not a current felon. If you got a felony, but it's 5 years, we'll expunge that. You understand? We need your signatures. I'm gonna circulate a petition.
That's right. If you fill out this form and you are a felon, we have the authority jurisdictionally.
Hey, where's the we coming from? I do.
That's right.
I beat a judge in a game of snooker once, and he said he was drunk, but he said, "Hey, you now have." I was like, "Hey, it's $100," and he says, "I ain't got money on me," and I started getting one of the house keys out to help him find his wallet.
Yep.
And he said, "Oh, but hey, I ain't gonna pay you today, but you now officially have the power to expunge a felony over 5 years old, but only for the purposes of signing a petition to get 2 idiots on the radio on the north." He was very specific about that, North Oregon coast. So I do have that power. That's a verbal contract, you understand?
All right. Where's the actual? They broadcast. Is the office in Astoria?
I don't know. I'm not sure where it is.
All right.
I think so.
Because we, that's another way we're going to expand the empire, is by being on Coast
Community Radio.
I dropped the link on Mixer. I didn't drop it on Facebook.
There's a real thing.
Howdy, Diane. Family member just joined the stream, so we gotta shape it up now.
Who's in here?
Just a family member. We're not drinking or anything. So what's next?
Mic check.
Let me get my pad of paper out here.
Every week, Ed. Because he's a little fastidious. You know what I mean? He gets one of his fancy notebooks out. He's got piles of notebooks, by the way.
I showed them the other day.
Is there a term for like a typophile or you know what I mean? Somebody who's got an obsession with
I think,
bibliophile, not books. Anyway, you work on that. So he's got stacks of these things. So he's got to use them, you know what I mean? Because otherwise he'd just be weirder. And every week he say, "Oh, I'm gonna make a list, set list. Oh, notes. You know what I mean? Notes. Yeah, you hear that? Y'all understand the irony there? How ridiculous that is. But what do your notes say this week, Ed?
I didn't write any down.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what a journal file might be called.
Journal file. There you go. A journal. Someone who is a journalist.
Well,
that's already something.
So, journal file. My first hit on Google is File Magazine or File Magazine, a biannual journal exploring sexual subcultures.
What does it have to do with fillets?
I don't know.
Creepy.
I don't think I want to look any.
Yeah, let it go.
Yep.
Let it go, Ed. We'll just call you a journalo weirdo.
A notebooker.
Hey, I like that. A notebooker.
Let's see. Yeah, I have nothing written down that we're going to do.
Yeah, well, it's like that. You never get a flat tire until you don't bring your spare.
Here's what we're going to do. You're going to carefully go retrieve the box of journals.
And how careful do I have to be?
Well, just don't. Make sure the Ethernet cables don't come out of the things there. I think that's the only thing that can do it.
Hold on. I got it. I know what I'm doing here. Hold on.
Okay.
What? Hey, hold on.
Right.
I got it. Hey, I'm careful.
I don't know why that thing is doing that, because do I have the focus locked on it? The focus is supposed to be locked on that thing.
Was it not focusing when I was?
No, it was.
I can't get this out of here.
You can't?
Oh, yes, I can.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
There you go.
Let's get the actual books out of here.
Oh, hey, you didn't tell me there were actual books in there.
Sorry.
This looks like an actual book. No, that's a
That's a notebook.
Jeez.
All right, so I'm going to put. You're going to have to reframe that camera there if we want to get these on the
insert.
On the insert. Here, I'll zoom back out there.
Boom.
All right, so what we're going to do is Cole is going to fish around.
Hey,
they need to be.
I grab one and then I read from it.
They need to be
Yeah, I'll do it. All right.
I'll check it first.
I'm going to read. No, that takes all the adventure.
There might be some stuff in one of those.
Going all the way down to the bottom. I won't embarrass you, Ed. I'm incapable of that. All right. That's a real book. No, that said journal right on it.
Oh, boy. Let me.
Hold on.
This is gonna go sideways for me.
That's boring. I can't read your writing, anyways. Man.
Oh, interior, bedroom, day.
Boring.
Polonius is spying outside on the landing.
That is embarrassing.
Claudius eyes Ophelia. Ophelia looks to the floor. Polonius sees Hamlet approaching, closes the door. I did a 45-minute version of Hamlet once, and this is one of the...
What's that word say?
Can I get a suggestion for an engineering method?
Engineering. I was going to leave it for installing pylons for a box-girded bridge.
I'm wondering if there was a fart buried in that box, because I suddenly smell the distinct whiffery of a fart.
When it comes to tapestry, flexibility, how will Narcissus about in plantation be immortalized? What the hell were you on,
What?
Ed?
Let me see what that is.
I don't know. That's as good as I can do with your chicken scratch.
Oh, this is a notebook I was actually using for the day job. How will tapestry's flexibility? How will decisions about implementation be communicated? And then just a bunch of other stuff.
Hey, there's a lady's phone number in here. Dates, lists. Do I need to do anything to disclose exposing
Hang on.
pie on encoding a few minutes?
Yeah, some of these are work related.
Displayed 2430.
Here we go. Here we go. I found a set list from a night I did an open mic. January 25, 2003. Here's my set list. Dry hump on the beach. Dry hump on Cannon Beach. Got heckled. A guy said I don't get it. Drinking alone. Quitting comedy. Bobby McFerrin. Diet books. Applebee's swag. $6,000 credit card. Not as bad as Dante's. Props, costume, jack.
Wait, is that your set list? Or is that your description?
It's the set list followed by some notes. And here's the funnest note of all. Marshall Tucker bailed on the set. I don't know what that means.
I've got a note. Why are you talking so loud?
Well, you know.
No wild card needed for searching names.
Yeah.
Is that more work stuff?
This turned out to be a busted bit.
Glad I hauled that thing out of there.
I wish I just had you kick me in the balls, Cole.
All right, stand up.
All right.
Hey, there's an air conditioner under there.
Yep. You know, for our June 8 celebration anniversary stream, we should just burn those things and roast some wieners and hot dogs.
And then play bocce ball.
I think
We're gonna lawn bowl.
Well, we got to get a new set.
Because
I sold the bocce set as part of the yard sale.
I'll get some bowls. I'll get some bowls that you can use inside too.
Well, folks, I don't know where to go after that. You know, I was just telling somebody the other day, I'm not a fan of streamers that go live, and they're like, so what do you guys want to do? Do we want to play this? Do we want to play that?
Well, we always know what we want to do, Ed.
Oh, here. You're outpacing me.
I started earlier.
I feel like I need a straw to drink beer on a stream. I feel like this whole...
What do you mean? That's kinetic action.
Is just...
It breaks up the frame. We got this tableau here, and it's boring because the two of us are just... we're just jawing, and every now and then, a little punctuation. But if we're doing this, we're moving our heads and our bodies. We're reframing the moment.
You know what I mean? I think when you were jacking around with the camera there, jogging it back and forth, I think you actually reframed a better shot.
Hey, you're welcome, Internet.
Mic check. There we go. Hey, folks, what's the difference between a canapé and a crudité?
One goes over your head to keep the rain off.
I don't think so.
Canopy?
canapé.
I guess not.
Hi, Amy Adams. Amy, we went 25 goddamn minutes tonight without the ham spinning because you fell down on the job, Amy. I am so angry at you, Amy.
And now Ed is talking like he's a 70-year-old man who doesn't understand the concept of amplified speech.
I'm 70 years old and my testicles touch the floor when I sit in a stool. I don't,
And you're loud about it, was my point.
I think if you sit at a stool and your testicles are so low that they hang to a floor, I think you can use whatever volume you want to talk. You've got some problems.
Swing low.
Swing low. Sweet.
Sweet.
Vas deferens. Bring in, I don't know.
She's a bass. You remember that?
She's a what?
She's a bass. You remember that? What's it called? Spaceballs. They're trying to save Princess Vesper. And
I've got a goddamn
swing
star.
low. No, she's singing, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows.
I'm getting civilized with my beer.
She's a bass. Huh. I don't know what happened to my metal straw.
I'm a big fan of Justified, Amy. If you're gonna miss the stream.
I thought, is that show still on?
No. I've got a man crush on Timothy Oliphant. It's not a man crush. It's just a crush. It's just a crush.
How many seasons did they do?
I think Justified went 5 seasons.
I
have not seen the last season.
When I couldn't keep track of who didn't like who. You know what I mean? Because they kept switching.
Yep.
That was my problem with Lost.
Well,
too.
that's
you know what I mean?
that's
like who are they? Who you allied with?
That's TV. That's TV in the golden age of television. Is if you're contracted to write and produce 22 episodes, every second episode has to be half the cast switching allegiance to another part of the cast.
Yeah, what's up with that? I don't like
Empire. A show that I am ashamed to say I've watched. Empire.
Is that the one with that guy who hired his brother to beat him up?
Let's get on.
Man, you shouldn't do that.
Empire. Watch, if you've heard the phrase "chew the scenery."
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see somebody chew the scenery, Terrence Howard in anything.
I was going to say
chewing the scenery.
Terrence Howard in Law and Order Los Angeles. Did you watch that? Went for about half a season.
No.
Law and Order L.A.
No.
Holy cow, munga. Anyway.
Well, there's a reason why Terrence Howard's only in one Iron Man movie. Apparently, he's a jerk. Anyway.
So what is Empire? What's it about? Who's in it?
It's like a.
Why are we watching?
It's like a fake record company Empire.
I thought it was about New York.
No. R&B rapper, the inner workings of that whole industry, with Terrence Howard being a former. I was gonna say drug lord, but sort of like gangster.
Oh.
Went to prison, came back out, created this whole thing.
Terrence Howard doesn't read that way.
Empire is peak network nonsense. It really is, and I'm ashamed to say I've seen probably 20 some odd episodes.
What
of it.
network?
Ooh, I don't know, because I watch it on Hulu.
Hey, that one bike guy, what network is it on? Hey, hold on. I'm going to wait for a response.
Well, you might be waiting.
We're building the community here.
Since we're not employing the power of the FTL protocol the way we stream, we might be waiting 60 seconds.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Fox!
Hey, there we go. See, that didn't take too long.
Hi, Kathy Peanut.
You remember when Fox came up with FX? And that was like the risque one. You remember the Shield was on there and Ben Stiller show and that garbage.
I just caught myself in the monitor. I look like I'm half lit up.
Well, yeah. I hope so. Otherwise, I got ripped off for this beer. It is kind of physical.
I was just saying that. Let's just, since we're on TV, I watched Murder Mountain on Netflix.
Let me guess. A mountain gets murdered. Uh-oh. I might have to talk here in a second. Let's frame this up.
Oh.
Zoom, turkey.
Oh, hang on. Let me get over there. Well, you can see it now, can't you? You want me to zoom?
Oh, wait,
Here we go.
can zoom. Hey, no, hey, I got
All right,
it.
hands off. I'm hands
I know
off.
what I'm doing.
Frame it. That's off. You're gonna have to tilt that shit up. Tilt it.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Your
man.
head's
I know what I'm doing.
Your face is gonna be like right about here.
No, hold on. Get your hand out of the way. Distracting me. It's like a big chunk of pork. Fixed forever.
Some bitch come at me just had like ham hocks for fists. Sorry, I don't know where that was going.
My hand does not taste like ham.
No, I'm just like.
Yeah, that's perfect. Hold on, give it to me again.
No, hang on.
Hold on.
I was in the truck stop parking lot minding my own business, and this grizzly bear of a man come at me, swinging his fists, and a couple of them were just like ham hocks.
They were salty. That's perfect.
That's you.
Yep. All right. I don't need. You want me? Hey, okay, hold on. All right, you know what I mean? So Ed, he's always talking about all this stuff that happens to him at truck stops, and y'all are thinking, "Hey, you know what? That's a great artistic character affect for him, right? You know that he likes truck stops and all this crazy stuff." God's honest truth, word for word, every one of those things has happened, and it's been certified and stamped by some official jerk that got that from the government, paid for it on the internet. But it happened. You know what I mean? Ed runs. I don't know how you keep a job because he spends most of his time in either truck stop bathrooms or picking fights in truck stop parking lots. Sometimes the fights pick him, but he's there. What are you doing there, Ed? Right? Like, how do you have time? That's why he needs your money, by the way, because he's been losing hours at work, and he spends all the rest of his hours doing this, and everything that's left over, he's at the damn truck stop. Done. I'm done.
My first car was a '84 Ford Escort diesel. I am not lying.
Yeah, they used to make those.
Ford. It was a joint venture between Ford and Mazda. It was a Ford Escort with a Mazda engine. What? Happened to be a you look it up.
No,
look that shit up.
I'll believe you.
Sorry, I don't know why I got so angry.
Where does the truck stop come into it?
The trucks. Well, in '84, there weren't a lot of diesel cars in Kentucky. So half the time when I had to fill up my car, my little Ford Escort, I had to be there with the big trucks.
All right, give it back to me.
All right.
First car, 1966 Lincoln Continental, maroon with black leather interior. Weighed 4,965 pounds. That's dry weight, no gas, you understand? 462, okay? Now they took, what they did, they took a 440 Ford cab over truck motor, and they bored it out to a 462, put a Carter 4-barrel carburetor on it, right? Okay, I once drove that. It pegged at 120, but I pegged it and then some, right? Took my foot off the gas, closed the two of the barrels on the 4-barrel carburetor. It was like you're in a boat, you know what I mean? Like a real boat, right? It was like slamming on the brakes. Okay, never took it to a truck stop, but it was a weird hybrid. That's why, you know, you're talking about a Mazda engine in your Ford. Well, this was a Ford Lincoln product with a truck motor in it. I'm done. Your turn.
I just hit my tooth on my metal straw.
Be careful, Ed.
Kind of hurts.
That's a nervy tooth.
Kind of hurt. I want a sandwich.
So do I.
I want to.
Hey, you know what the hell with the money, y'all? You guys figure out how to get Amazon's drones to deliver us a sandwich in less than 20 or 30 minutes.
I don't need an Amazon drone to deliver a sandwich.
Well, how are they going to get us a sandwich then?
A hobo named Tom can bring me a sandwich.
Hey! You guys got the homeless connection here in North Portland, and you can just pick up the phone. You got that hot phone, you know what I mean, like Batman had, and Commissioner Gordon would call him, right, and he'd pick it up, but it was the bust or something. He had to take the head off of it, you know what I mean? Pick the phone up. If you got that, and there's a homeless person on the other end, I don't know what he's plugging it into data-wise. Maybe he's got a cell network or something. But you call that guy up, and he can go, you know what, even 7-Eleven. He can get us one of them crappy cellophane sandwiches, 2 of them, thank you very much. And he can get that there before the stream's over. You will be tier 2 for life. Tier 2 for life, and tier 3 cusp. You know what I mean?
I think the homeless community has enough thrown on their shoulders than
you're the one. Hey, I want the drones to deliver it, Ed. You're the one that wanted a hobo.
I didn't want a hobo to bring me a sandwich. I just said,
well,
I'm
why'd
not
you
particular.
Bring it up? I was talking about a drone knocking on the shed door here and dropping us off clean Amazon, Grubhub, whatever. Everybody's too lazy to go to the cart that's 2 blocks away from their house sandwich. That's what I was talking about. And they could do that, and they'd be tier 2. They'd be tier 2.
I was just trying to say that I wasn't picky. A homeless person could bring me a sandwich, and as they serve it to me, they could put their dirty thumb on it, and I would be fine with it.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying their thumb's going to be dirty.
When you're working on a little hyperbole, Ed, you got to think about the logic and the feelings of others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd still take a sandwich.
From a dirty person, absolutely.
From a dirty person. Oh, boy. It's gone sideways. Sideways.
It was already sideways. Does that mean it's backing up?
It's backing up all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else we got? Yep, pretty much it.
Should we dance for a while?
I don't have any.
Maybe we should play video games, Ed. Ed says, "Hey, Mixer, that's a video game central. You understand?" And he says, "I'm gonna go on the weekend. I'm gonna play this video game driving." And I said, "Hey, Ed, I'm good. I'm a good real driver. I might be a good, virtual driver. Why don't we do that?" "Oh, no, I don't. We don't have enough plugs." You know what I mean? "Oh, there ain't enough wires in the house. You can't play me at this game and stream it, and we'll let people watch." I said, "Well, that's an interesting technological problem, seeing as, kids down at the bus stop or, they pull their phones out and they're RPGing and they, what I mean, all of them, they're all, virtually living out there and competing. But no, we can't compete because Ed ain't got the right, the PS2 plug, you know what I mean? It's USB or whatever.
Cole needs to create a Mixer account, and then we can start both co-streaming, playing games on our iPhones, and then just being real.
That's not what you said last time I asked. You were afraid I was going to be better at running over people's vacant houses and racing trains with your car. What's that game called where you drive the...
Forza.
Yeah, I'm good at that because I've actually done that a few times in real life. You know what I mean? So I understand the physics of it. Ed was afraid I was going to be better at recklessly driving than him, which is a well-founded fear. And
Mic check.
Mixer and Discord, Cole. I don't know, what does that mean?
It means you need to get a Mixer account and a Discord account. And I think you've got a built-in audience.
All right.
I know.
All right.
Cole, I'm just going to say I know about 6 to 8 women in Kentucky that would watch you do just about anything.
Hey, I'd like to put that to the test.
And those 6 to 8 women know who I'm talking. I don't know why I'm going to come in here and talk about.
You want to be creepy again? So hey, the people and First Lieutenant Beaver have spoken. Mixer and Discord, Cole. So you get on that, Ed. You type out the accounts, and then I'll give you my Social Security number, whatever I got to do.
Routing number from your bank. I'll do that.
My bank. You mean that hole in my backyard?
Mm-hmm.
The number is section.
6 feet.
I'm not gonna say the grid coordinates because then I'll have 20 yahoos digging up my backyard again. It's encased in concrete, idiots. Better bring a jackhammer.
Folks, just a little bit of a quality advice. If you're drinking from a metal straw and it's hitting a fixed bottom,
that's a seal.
Pay attention.
That's a seal
when you're putting the straw in your mouth.
Oh,
so that you don't hit a tooth and then spend the next 20 minutes thinking, I think I scratched the enamel off that tooth. I don't think I did, but I may have.
It grows back, just like starfish legs.
TV! I was talking about...
Empire.
Murder Mountain.
Murder Mountain? What the hell is that?
It's I think it's a 6 episode documentary on Humboldt County in California.
It's a Disney special where a group of kids need to go solve a mystery up a mountain. No, that was Escape from Witch Mountain.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry. Witch Mountain? Good question.
Anyway... Murder Mountain's worth your 6.5 hours of time.
What's it about?
It's about hippies going to Humboldt County in the 70s to grow weed and, being naked hippies, practicing carpentry and growing weed.
Is Humboldt's north?
Humboldt's north.
How far north?
I think, well, wherever you can draw a line and the redwoods start, Humboldt County is just north of that.
North, so on the border with Oregon.
There's Humboldt. There's Mendocino. It's not Mendocino.
I don't know squat about California yet.
It's called the Emerald Triangle because that's where there are a lot of pots grown. And then, of course, you've got folks who are trying to practice, who are trying to go legal since it's been legalized. But then you've got folks who are trying to do the, black market, gray market, not do it legally. And since there are 230 active missing person cases.
Whoa!
In Humboldt County.
Man.
And half the county's rural. Actually, more than half. Anyway, Murder Mountain, if you really want to kind of feel depressed, Murder Mountain.
Hey, we're talking about weed here, and we're trying to vamp and stretch it out. Check this out. Give me my camera here.
All right.
Now I'm talking to Ed too. Maybe we should take whatever. Here we go. How am I doing?
Right You're doing
perfect. All right. So hey, I got this buddy. You know what? Take the other one because this is gonna be a conversation. I'm gonna tell you a story.
All right.
I got this buddy, Marcus. You know my buddy Marcus.
I do know Marcus.
He's the weed cop.
Yep.
He is literally law enforcement.
He is literally a weed cop for the state of Oregon.
State of Oregon. He ain't a law enforcement official per se, but he does have a badge.
Define weed cop for the folks.
Okay, so he comes and inspects your weed business. You've been growing weed out in the back 40.
I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't. No, I haven't.
Y'all.
Oh, okay.
Y'all have been growing weed out in the back 40, and you say, "Hey, this stuff's legal." Well, I'm gonna put out my shingle. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put Sander's board out there. I'm gonna rent some space. I'm gonna lease some square footage, and I'm gonna sell this garbage, right? Well, unfortunately, it ain't that easy, all the regulations. And so my buddy Marcus, he comes out there and he says, no, you're too close to the school. No, you ain't got the right signage. No, y'all are 14 years old. You can't, you know what I mean? They're rules, understand? So he works a couple floors above Bureau of Labor and Industry in the Oregon building. Right. I go to file my taxes. And the other day, they get a package in the mailroom. And I used to have a job. I used to pick up their mail. I know the mail guy too.
Hey, Gabriel.
And that's not his name, but we'll call him Gabriel. Gabriel calls up, "Hey, Marcus up there in weed police. Hey, he's not calling because he's weed police. They got a suspicious package, right? And it's a big package, and it's got their return address, but nobody can account for it. And the ship to they don't know. So my buddy Marcus, he's been trained. I'm getting there. You don't you worry about it. My buddy Marcus, he took the training for suspicious packages. So he's the guy in the building, and he comes down. And he says, "Okay, all right. Well, it don't smell weird and it ain't ticking. I'm making the decision. Go ahead and open this." He opens it up. It's about super tightly packed, about 10 pounds of weed, pure bud, right? And the address he looks, it was going to North Carolina, and he says $40,000-$50,000 worth of weed, right? North Carolina. Somebody had grown it, had shipped it to North Carolina because you can do that, right? I mean, obviously it's not legal, but you can do it. Whoever it was there freaked out and refused the delivery, but the person that shipped it put the Weed Council of Oregon's return address on it so that it would go there because, hey, they'd know what to do with it. Oh, I thought that was a fun story.
It's a fun story.
Yeah, it's a fun story.
He's not the one that found the depleted uranium in...
Plutonium. I told you that story already? No, yeah. Another guy that works for him, the DEQ. That's the next building over. Anyways, that $50,000 worth of weed disappeared.
I can imagine.
They don't know what happened to it.
Probably went. They probably went over to the kindergarten.
There is a KinderCare right across the street from me.
Well, there you go.
So. And you know what an appetite those kids have. You know what I mean? Because kids today are smart. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They can recognize right away how cruel and punishing and cruel and punishing the world can be. And when they see a big brick of primo bud, you know what I mean? They're thinking, you know what I mean? And they say, "Hey, I'm just a kid. I'm gonna grab this, and if they pinch me, I'm gonna be like, hey, I thought it was Easter bunny grass. I thought it was full of chocolate eggs, and what's the bunny Cadbury eggs. You know what I mean? I was just out there hunting for chocolate when really I was looking for that sweet ganja. You know what I mean? Because them kids want to escape. They already know how dark the future is. State of mind and a perspective, but they know, and they want to get some sweet relief. You know what I mean? So they see that primo, that hot, that tight bud. You know what I mean? And they're gonna pick it up. So I'm sure that's where it went because kids are incorrigible. I'm done over here, by the way. Thank you.
Tight Bud.
Tight Bud.
That was my nickname in high school.
Bull.
Tight Bud.
Bull. His nickname was Bull.
Because it was people would be like, hey, Bud.
They'd say, hey, Tight Bull. And they'd say, it doesn't even make any sense. And you get pissed off about it. You know what happens when you get pissed off about a nickname? It sticks. Tight Bull.
I didn't have a nickname.
Yeah, see, you've been lying all this time. Every time I say something ridiculous, it has a good turn in it. It says, that was my nickname.
It's because the hole in my soul, the void.
Soul Hole.
That is me.
That was his actual nickname because he couldn't afford new shoes. And they were like, hey, Soul Hole.
It was Soul Hole.
Socks wet again, Soul Hole?
It was Soul Hole because every time I went to a party, people would be like, oh, God, it's that guy again. Don't go over there. He's a real drag. He's just going to suck you into his soul hole.
Ugh. Speaking of Denmark, you ever been to Denmark yet?
I've never been to Denmark.
Really? Huh.
But I have spent a winter in Hazard, Kentucky. So I feel like
Hazard County?
Hazard County. So I feel like I've been to Denmark.
Duke Boys. That's where Duke Boys are from, right?
My favorite part of the Dukes of Hazzard is, why they don't have guns?
No.
Because they're felons.
They are felons.
I think they're felons.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, you know why the Duke Boys can't vote? Because they can't read neither. And they're felons. Daisy does all their voting.
Actually, I got to look it up.
Pays all their bills. Look up whether the Duke Boys were felons.
I think they
it's
were.
all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they were born.
Yeah, but you
can't be in trouble with the law since it came out of the womb and not accrue a felony or two. You know what I mean? Them misdemeanors add up. Plus, moonshining's a felony, which I never understood. Why are they still moonshining? Because that was set in the 70s.
Moonshining as a felony was set, I think, before that. Basically, it's just a matter of.
No, I mean it ain't prohibition. Why are you running hooch?
Because you don't want to pay the federal tax on it.
Oh yeah, I missed that season.
Which is fairly.
Almost said leverage. What's the one?
The federal
about?
Tax on whiskey, Justified. I think, is like 25-30%. I'll let Roger Adams or Earl Cotton Bailey correct me on that, but the federal tax on liquor is pretty high. It's high enough that some people are like, "Why am I going to pay that? I've got corn, and I've got a bunch of squirrel crap in a burlap bag." And, I've got some moldy yeast from, this loaf of Wonder Bread. I can make whiskey.
Squirrel crap, really?
Well, you got that decomposition helps the heat. It helps the fermentation process get started.
You just described how you make gunpowder, Ed.
No, old moonshiners would put cow manure and stuff like that use it during the fermentation process because as that stuff breaks down, it creates heat.
Well, because rodent crap and human piss also makes gunpowder. Helps make gunpowder. That's not all that's in it. Hey, y'all, don't go out there and start squeezing your hamsters and peeing on it and thinking, hey, I'm going to have some fireworks this 4th of July. You're just going to make a mess and kill your hamster. But
this might be the funniest thing I've read in a long time. The Dukes of Hazzard had an ensemble cast.
It was an ensemble.
Yeah, I guess.
Ensemble. They pronounced it was French. They were like ensemble.
I'm just trying to see if we can find what their crimes were. I'm sure they didn't commit the crime. Actually, maybe they have.
No, that was the A team. They were convicted of a crime they didn't commit several times. They were convicted of it when they first got back from over there. They were in the shit. You know what I mean? Pardon my French.
No, that's
fine. But then the guy who what's his name that hosted Ripley's Believe It or Not? What's that guy's name? Come on now. Come on, Ed. Help me out now.
I don't know.
Starts with an R maybe, or there's a Q in it or something. Anyways, he reconvicted them later after Decker, right, the MP, you know what I mean, the Colonel Decker. He finally caught him, and then this guy who was like some kind of, he was black ops. You know what I mean? He was deep in the government, right? And he convicted them in a total show up pony trial. What do they call that? Whatever.
Kangaroo court.
Kangaroo court. Hey, you know what I mean? Ponies jump too. And so he convicted them again so that he could compel them to do black ops work for him and his. I mean, it was good work, but it was mostly them tracking down war criminals from Vietnam. You know what I mean? Guys who ran camps and stuff. So it was. I guess it was all good. Richard, what the hell is that guy's name? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Ripley's Believe It or Not God.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Go, internet. God, I can't believe I can't remember that guy's name. Hey, come on. Hey, before he looks it up, come on, chatters. Tell me who I'm talking about here.
You're talking about the show?
Yeah. Oh no, and I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I'm thinking of the guy who played Baltar on the original. What do they call it? Battlestar Galactica. Adama. You know?
You talking about Lauren Green?
No, that was Adama. This is Adama's nemesis. The guy who would... Adama wouldn't say his own name.
Are you talking about Ricardo Montalban?
No! Good God. Good God, Ed. Okay. All right.
I'm not going to fight you over this.
You go host the show. I'll figure everything out here. Just don't... You're making it...
Jack Palance?
Jack Palance.
There you go.
Jack Palance. Wait. Jack Palance was the original Gaius Baltar on Battlestar Galactica. And he'd swing around in that chair and he'd go, Adama. Right? Because he didn't like Adama. Adama wouldn't say that about himself. You wouldn't spin around in a chair lit heavily from above with like sinister shadows under your eyes and go, Adama. Right? You wouldn't do that. That's crazy. Okay.
Not again.
But that's not the guy who railroaded the A-Team. I'm going to find out who that was. Internet Movie Database.
That may have been. I think that guy. No, I was thinking it was the guy who was.
You'll know him.
Chief Daniels on Hill Street Blues, but it's not the same guy. I know who you're talking about. That guy. I have a clear picture. You know, I've just got to say it. The A-Team.
Good show. It's back in,
no.
How come this site can't be reached, Ed?
Because you can't type it. IMDb.
You win this round with your...
Although you think IMDb would go ahead and register that domain and then just redirect it.
They definitely won't register that one.
I don't know what you typed.
Yeah, you don't need to know. The A-Team. Hold on, team.
Folks,
Internet.
I'm just going to say it really quickly. We're reaching that 1 hour, 15-minute mark where for some reason, mysteriously, sometimes the stream loses audio. If it does, we will stop. We will restart very quickly.
Hey, you keep your eyes and ears on that. Hey, and internet, you keep your ears and your eyes.
Hi, Professor TARDIS. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, like time and relative dimensions in space?
I believe so.
Hey.
It's spelled the same way.
Hey, that's the way it's spelled and pronounced.
Professor TARDIS, are you a doctor?
How many hearts do you have? Because if it's only one...
You're Cole. Cole, you're blowing me away with your Doctor Who.
Man, so me, Cole, Screaming Eagle Wilson.
All right,
that's
here
me.
you go. I'll give you the camera.
Well, and Old Lady Wilson. You know, that's my mom and also my grandma and my great grandma. All Old Lady Wilsons. That shouldn't be the name on the maternal line, but Wilsons married Wilsons. It was weird. Anyway, so
can you keep this up while I go pee?
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
That's what she said.
No, she did say that. Okay, so when I was just a little tiny screaming eaglet, right in the eyrie, me and Old Lady Wilson, we watched. She watched it, and then I started watching. We watched the old Doctor Who, right? You know, big scarves, curly hair. That was one of them. I can't remember a lot of the other doctors, but that was a good. You know, that was a good introduction to like the power of creativity. You understand? Because in the olden days. The reason, it's the whole premise for the show that he goes to different time periods and different places is because they shot that show on one of the BBC lots, right? And this is BBC One. Before they had numbers, it was just the only BBC. Now they got BBC Two, they got ITV, and they got all that other stuff that you got to pay to get off the air. And then they have the truck that comes around with it finds your rabbit ears, and then they come and they fine you. They give you a permit. I know about this because I was trying to stream the World Snooker Championships last year, and I had to fake I had to use a Hey, what's that called, Ed, when you're faking your tunnel? VPN. I had to get a VPN and fake my, what do you call it? What's the thing that identifies where your internet's coming from?
It's an DNS?
DNS, no. Domain name server, no. It's, anyways, I had to fake it so that I could stream the World Championships of snooker, and BBC thought I was in England. Anyway, the point is, they, what the hell was I talking about? Doctor Who. Hey, Doctor Who, that's a good show. And Doctor Who was set in all these different places and times and everything because it was shot on the BBC lot, and whatever BBC murder mystery, you know what I mean? What do they call it? Masterpiece Theater. Wherever that was set, Doctor Who would then go use their sets. So, you know what I mean? If Masterpiece Theater was set in, in Victorian England, hey, guess where Doctor Who's going to be this week? You know what I mean? If there was another show that was shooting on BBC lot that was, an English Buck Rogers ripoff, they'd say, hey, oh wow, Doctor Who's going into the future in space. You know what I mean? It was a brilliant little. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, that's what we did.
Sorry, I was just looking at Jack Palance's 70-year-old daughter.
I'm still working on that.
She's
70.
Yeah.
How come the only results I get for the A Team are 2010? Well, that's the movie.
That's possibly the movie.
The movie's good, by the way. But it says TV episode.
HollyPalance.com. If you want to see a hot 70-year-old woman.
How come?
And who doesn't?
No matches.
I'm serious. Not
All
who
right.
does. Anyway.
Have we lost audio yet, Ed?
Well, it's the 116 mark. Let me go check. I don't see anyone mentioning
Dirk
audio,
Benedict.
so I'm going to keep on going.
Dirk Benedict. Oh, I didn't have a hyphen in
Dirk,
A Team.
Dirk Benedict was Face.
Face Man. Templeton Peck. He was also on the original Battlestar Galactica.
He was?
He was the original Starbuck, who was a lady in the new version, in the BSG New Generation. And they didn't invite Dirk Benedict back, but they did invite the guy who played...
Richard Hatch.
Richard Hatch. What was his character's name? Apollo. They invited Apollo back, and he had a big role. It was a juicy role, too. And Dirk Benedict was... Oh, man, he was livid. He was livid. But if you see Dirk Benedict now... Whew, he's still got the bone structure, but that boy lived hard, and that's why they didn't. Maybe they didn't invite him back for other reasons. But Pensacola Painter, man, After Hell. What? 2010? Did they make a new A-Team TV show? He's in Inglourious Basterds.
They may have made
The A-Team. That's what I'm looking for.
Professor TARDIS. I'm not sure what you mean by repledged.
Hey, does that mean he's going to give us some money? Hey, Professor TARDIS. You can, you're a Time Lord, so you can give us money now. You can give us money then. You can give us money in the future, and it ain't gonna cost you nothing because you'll just keep regenerating. You can go to the paupers, the debtor's prison. They can kill you, and you just come right back. You know what I mean? Give us some more money.
Is there an episode of Doctor Who where he goes to debtor's prison?
I don't know. Hey, I'm still working on the A-Team, Ed. That's your business.
I'm trying to figure out
without reservations
what Professor TARDIS means by repledging. It's fine. Oh, to Goldie. Gotcha. That makes more sense to me.
Robert Vaughn! Robert freaking Vaughn! Robert Vaughn.
I believe Robert...
Vaughn!
I think Robert Vaughn may have passed away a few months ago.
Well, that's sad.
He was one of the few of the Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
Nope.
Robert Vaughn. Nope.
Oh, yes. November 11, 2016, he died. Robert Vaughn, if you don't know the name, he has been in more shows and movies.
He's been in all of them.
That you've probably seen dozens of them, and probably just didn't recognize him.
Robert Vaughn. Whew. That was long. That was a long trip. But it had a wonderful ending, but a little bittersweet. I didn't know he passed away so recently.
I think he may have been the last of the Magnificent Seven.
Man, he's
to
got
be
a
alive. I gotta go check that out now.
Yeah.
Magnificent Seven. Not the crappy remake, although it's not that bad. But Magnificent Seven, 1960.
Professor TARDIS says, "I've missed you guys, but I'm back now." Is that from today, or is this somebody we know?
So Goldie is hosting us, meaning someone who goes to Goldie's stream on Mixer will be seeing us. And I think Professor TARDIS is a fan of Goldie, and I think he or she, I'm not sure, or they, has been a subscriber to Goldie in the past. And this, I just repledged. They're repledging to Goldie.
Got it. Doctor Who opened an account at the Bank of London in the 1800s.
All right, so let's see.
So that's got to be worth. I mean, even if they put in one, what do they use? Not a shekel, a p, 1p. They put 1p in there. That's got to be worth hundreds of pounds by now, right?
So yes, all of the members of the Magnificent Seven, 1960 have passed away. Yul Brynner, Eli Wallach, Steve McQueen, Horst Buchholz.
Eli Wallach and Steve McQueen. I haven't seen the Magnificent Seven in a long time.
It's very good. It's one of my favorite opening scenes in a movie. Charles Bronson, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and James Coburn. One of those is not one of the 7, but anyway. Yes. How is the audio? Sorry. Apparently the audio is just fine.
Something just happened right there. What happened?
I went from this tab to this tab.
What?
This tab to this tab.
No, wait, hold on.
This tab to this tab.
God, stop it, Ed.
This tab to this tab.
I'm going to have a seizure up in here. Is there a delay between those two tabs?
Ooh, let's see.
Don't show me again.
Let's see. Leaning back. No, leaning forward. You pointing. You not pointing.
Still pointing.
You with your... You being excited. You looking at your watch. Yeah. There's a different...
By the way, Ed, that doesn't tell you if there's a time off. I am constantly looking at my watch. It's from the minute we start. I'm like, oh my God.
I have seen Attack the Block.
God.
I like Attack the Block.
What's that?
It's a sci-fi movie from probably 5 years ago, I want to say. 4 years ago. I don't know why I went to a high-pitched voice. I'm not really sure about what I'm going to lay down right now.
My confidence.
5 years, sci-fi movie. I saw it at Bitfest, the LA thing that I go to. Attack the Block is good.
Are you going to ask people for money, or are we going to go to the bar?
I think we're going to go to the bar because I've been wanting a hamburger. I said sandwich. I said sandwich earlier, but I think I really want to put a hamburger in my mouth. I want to put a hamburger in my mouth.
Well, where we're going to go, it's a sandwich.
Tough luck.
Yeah.
It's
a hamburger sandwich.
A big hamburger.
I don't know.
Yes. Attack the Block. So, Attack the Block, Murder Mountain, The A-Team, Magnificent Seven, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Battlestar Galactica. What are the others we've mentioned?
You heard it here, folks. I was going to talk about Goonies, and then you derailed my train of thought. But let's talk about Goonies for a second. Give me my camera.
All right. So just so you know, I admitted on the stream.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're talking about it.
I have not seen the Goonies.
This is for y'all and me only, because Ed doesn't know squat about Goonies. So, if you're living out here in Northwest, especially North Coast Oregon, you know that Goonies, of course, was shot in Astoria. Well, some of the exteriors were shot in Astoria. If you watch it, because they're only actually outside for the first maybe 25, 30 minutes, and then they're outside at the very end, but actually nowhere near Astoria. They're in Seaside, because you can't. Astoria doesn't even have a beach. Hey, give me my camera back.
Well, when you're talking to me, I'm going to put both of us in the shot.
Yeah, I know, but I've stopped talking to you, so give it back. Because you can't drive. I mean, Astoria doesn't even have a beach. Astoria is actually on river. There's no coast in Astoria. But I forgot what the point of. Oh yeah, so I was
Empire and Justified.
That's right, Empire and Justified.
Amy just chimed in. Thank you, Amy.
Okay, so what are we at now? I'm done. What are we at? What's the count now? Empire Justified, Goonies technically, although I didn't really get through it. BSG, Doctor Who, A-Team, Magnificent Seven, Ripley's Believe It or Not. 8, come on, we got to get double digits here.
Well, I had 6, she added 2, that's 8.
Them good old boys.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
You know they were guilty of transporting moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
Old boys.
Maybe they weren't meaning no harm, but they were causing harm. You know what I mean? It ain't about intent, it's about outcome.
I wasn't mean... Your Honor, I wasn't meaning no harm when I strangled the waiter.
He was French, and he did have it coming.
Okay, all right. Extenuating circumstances.
Yeah. He kept saying, "Chaldea, Chaldea."
For shoulder?
No, it was like, "Hey, I want some clam chowder." He's like, "Clam chowder."
This took a turn.
Chowder. That's a Simpsons reference. That's 10. That's 10.
All right.
Hey, we did it. Double digits,
folks.
Y'all.
I'm Big Ed Barnum.
I am Cole Screaming Eagle Wilson.
Hang on, I didn't thank anybody. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you, Token. No, Token didn't join.
Hey, thank you, that one back.
Token, you just go screw yourself because you didn't join us tonight. Okay, thank you, Goldie. Thank you, Adjective Beaver.
Hey,
thank you, that one black guy.
First Pilot Beaver.
Thank you, Professor Tardis. Thank you, Kathy Penick. Thank you, Diane West. Thank you, Amy Adams. Thank you, Roger Adams. Thank you, Randy Knickers. I haven't even had to cheat yet.
Hey, where's J.C. Witchner?
No, he didn't join tonight.
Well, I'm going to thank him anyway. Thank you. Hey, it's Alien Fest coming up.
Now I'm cheating. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee Marie. She was the first one who joined us tonight.
Yeah.
And Dee Dee, I'm serious. You've always got a seat at the table.
We're going to start playing board games.
I didn't mean... Dee Dee, I'm sorry I said it that creepy way.
No, you're not.
Dee Dee, you've always got a seat at the table.
If you were sorry, you wouldn't do it. Hey, so we're going to start board gaming here because Ed feels like getting his hiney whooped in front of the entire internet. So is she the one from Yakima?
Yes, right? She's the one from Yakima.
Yakima. All right. Hey, you come on down here because we're adjacent. We're Yakima adjacent, and we'll play. We can play.
I wouldn't say we're adjacent. I guess on a state by state basis, the states are adjacent.
Maybe we can meet halfway. I don't even know where Yakima, Eastern Washington, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet. We ain't going to Tri-Cities, although I am going to Walla Walla next week.
All right.
But
are you going to come in remotely on the stream?
No, Monday and Tuesday. You want to do a
stream on Tuesday?
No.
Stream on a Tuesday?
That was a good.
That's a good one.
That one stuck right up on me.
That is the best.
That one stuck right up on me.
I got to write that one.
All right, so let's meet in the Dalles. You understand? And we'll stream from there and we'll play games. You got to see at the table. Hey, I said that without sounding like a total lech.
Yep.
Hey, all right.
I'm just scrolling through here. There was a QTS Gabriel. Thank you for joining as well. I think that's got it. Folks. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it that loud. Folks. I'm Big Ed Barnum.
I'm Cole Screaming Eagle Wilson.
Thank you very much.